Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Nur Aisyah Hadi and I'm from Group 3 and I will cover on the topic of the comparison between McDonald's Malaysia and McDonald's United States. So what is the difference between McDonald's in Malaysia and McDonald's United States? The first one in terms of the regulations or the standards. In Malaysia, McDonald's restaurant are comply with the Islamic regulation, or we call it as the halal standards, that are supervised by the Malaysian Islamic Development Department, or we call it as JAKIM. But in the United States, McDonald's does not comply with the Islamic regulation or the halal standards. McDonald's in US, they may need to comply with the FDA regulations. In terms of the local sourcings vs international sourcings, McDonald's in Malaysia, they may source some ingredients locally to cater to the local taste and preference. Like for example, they will provide the Mac Rendang burger, which is rendang is the Malay food traditions. While in the US, McDonald's in US, they may rely more on national or international suppliers due to the scale of its operations. In terms of the sustainable sourcings, McDonald's has committed to sourcing its ingredient from the sustainable source, including responsible grown and harvested agriculture products such as coffee, palm oil, and beef. So what's the difference between McDonald's Malaysia and McDonald's US? In Malaysia, McDonald's may source some of its ingredients locally from sustainable sources such as certified sustainable palm oil. But in the US, McDonald's may rely more on the national or international suppliers that have made commitments to their sustainable sourcing. In terms of the ingredient base or the menu, in Malaysia, McDonald's in Malaysia, they does not provide pork and ingredients and bacon ingredients, but in United States, the McDonald's are provided pork and bacon ingredients.
Hi everyone, I would like to explain to all of you what is the difference McDonald's in Malaysia and United States in 4 justification. First, packaging. Second, environmental regulation. Third, energy management. And fourth, logistics and transportation. So let's to the first is packaging. In Malaysia, McDonald's has introduced initiatives such as the No Straw Monday campaign to reduce plastic straw usage. Meanwhile, in the US, McDonald's has committed to sourcing 100% of its coffee, palm oil, and fish from sustainable sources by 2020. Second is environmental regulation. In Malaysia, McDonald's may need to comply with local regulation related to waste segregation, recycling, and carbon emissions. In the United States, McDonald's need to comply with regulation related to water usage, energy efficiency, and greenhouse gas emissions. Third, energy management. In Malaysia, McDonald's has installed solar panels in some of its restaurants to generate renewable energy. While in the US, McDonald's has made commitments to reduce energy usage in its restaurant and increase the usage of renewable energy sources. And finally, transportation. In Malaysia, the logistic network in Malaysia may be more limited, which can impact the speed and efficiency of the supply chain. And United States, McDonald's may have a more developed logistic network which multiply distribution centers and a well-established system for managing inventory and delivery goods to its restaurant. Based off this difference, we can see that SDG 2030 the McDonald's either in Malaysia or United States. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maizat Tatika binti Yusof and I am from International Islamic University Malaysia. So I'll cover the part of related to sustainability and supply chain management between McDonald's in Malaysia and USA. McDonald's creates transparent and trusted supply chain because it is a key to meet their brand value and providing quality food to their customer. So McDonald's already has their own rules, guidelines and specification for their beef supplier and completed goods, both raw materials, supplier to comply. This includes stringent guidelines for food safety, animal health and welfare, and workplace accountability for employees. Then, annual audit by outside parties are required of the supplier in order for them to continue supplying in McDonald's.
Hello, my name is Brian Ferreira, Sayal Barasal Aldari, Shenandoah University. So there are 2 points that I want to cover in the sustainability and supply chain management area of McDonald's in the US and in Malaysia. So one important concept to know is that there isn't one specific supply chain for McDonald's in total. They run independently with each other since there are so many different company stores. I think there's 36,000, over 36,000, and in 100 different countries. So in Malaysia, they must follow the halal industry, and in the US, they have to follow certain FDA regulations. One concept that I wanted to point out in particular was the priority to follow the health and welfare of animals and the respecting of human rights. This is found in all McDonald's. They have certain concepts that must be followed, but little different aspects, which is what we showed above, and the comparison between the US and Malaysian McDonald's. Thank you.